What if I told you that in just 3 days, you could finally understand why you're exhausted, why you're gaining weight, why you can't sleep, and why nothing that you tried has worked? No blood test, no doctor's appointments, no expensive protocol. Just tracking 5 simple things your body is already telling you every single day. I'm Stephanie, and this is the You Being You podcast. So let's dive in. Your body isn't broken, it's communicating. Welcome to the You Being You podcast. I'm Stephanie, and I help women over 40 stop guessing, stop fighting, and finally feel like themselves again by reading what their body is actually saying. Let's get into it. Here's what I see all the time. Women over 40 doing everything right, eating clean, working out, taking supplements, and still feeling like their body is working against them. They've been to the doctor. Many have been to the naturopath. They tried different diets, different workouts, different programs, and nothing sticks. Nothing works. They assume their body is broken, that it's just hormones, that it's just what happens after 40. But here's what I know after working for 7 years of coaching women through this. Your body isn't broken, okay? It's speaking a language you don't know how to read yet. And today, I'm going to teach you how to start reading it. By the end of this episode, you'll actually know what to track for the next 3 days to start connecting those dots on what's actually happening in your body. And once you see the pattern, you'll finally know what to do about it. Okay, here's the thing. Most women are trying to fix their symptoms by guessing. They read an article and that says cut carbs, so you cut carbs. Then they hear a podcast that says do intermittent fasting, and so they try intermittent fasting. Then they see a post about HRT, and so they start wondering if maybe HRT is the route they should be going. But here's the problem. 3 women could all have bad sleep and need 3 completely different fixes. One woman's sleep issues are blood sugar crashes in the middle of the night. Another woman's issues are stress and a nervous system stuck in fight or flight. Another woman's is because she's eating too late and her digestion is trying to keep her up because it's doing all the work of digestion. Same symptoms, which is bad sleep, but a totally different root causes. So when you guess, you waste your time, you waste your energy, you waste your money on solutions that were never designed for your body in the first place. So the wellness industry actually wants you to believe that there is one answer, one diet, one workout, one supplement protocol. But you've already tried all of that and it didn't work. Not because you're broken, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because one size fits all does not work for women over 40. Your body is beautiful, it's complex, and your hormones, yes, are shifting. Your stress levels, your sleep quality, your digestion, your nervous system, they're all interconnected. And the only way to know what your body actually needs is to listen to what it's already telling you. So instead of guessing, instead of trying the next trendy protocol, I'm going to teach you how to follow the breadcrumbs your body is leaving you every single day. It starts with tracking 5 things. It's called SHMEC tracking. Sleep, hunger, moods, energy, cravings. Your symptoms aren't random symptoms. They're your body's language. And when you track these 5 things for 3 days, patterns will actually start to emerge, and those patterns will tell you exactly what your body needs. Let me break down each one. Number 1 is sleep. And sleep isn't just like, did I sleep or did I not sleep? It's things like tracking how long did it take you to fall asleep? When did you wake up in the middle of the night? What time did you wake up in the middle of the night? How did you feel when you woke up in the morning? Were you rested? Did you jump out of bed? Were you groggy? Were you worn out and exhausted feeling? And this matters because if you're waking up at the same time every night, say around 3 o'clock a.m., in traditional Chinese medicine, that's your liver talking. If you're waking up but you're feeling groggy and kind of dragging your body even after 8 hours of sleep, that's usually a blood sugar or cortisol issue. And if you can't fall asleep, having really a hard time falling asleep, that is usually a sign your nervous system is stuck in overdrive. Your sleep quality is a window into what's happening with your hormones, your blood sugar, and your stress. Okay, number 2, hunger. Hunger tells you what's happening to your blood sugar and to your metabolism. Here are the things to track. Are you hungry when you wake up, or do you regularly skip breakfast? Do you get hungry between meals, or can you go 4, 5, 6 hours without thinking about food? Are you ravenous, like super, super hungry at certain times of the day? If you're starving an hour after eating, your blood sugar crashed, which means what you ate actually didn't stabilize you. And so that's an easy fix, right? If you're not hungry in the morning, your cortisol might be dysregulated and your digestion is probably sluggish. If you're hungry all the time, you're likely not eating enough protein or fat to keep you stable. Hunger isn't about willpower. You're welcome. Okay, it's not about willpower. It's actually feedback. Okay, number 3. Mood is one of the most underrated clues, and it's one that I really struggled with and suffered with. So here's what I want you to track. Are you irritable, anxious, or snappy? Do you feel calm and steady or on edge? And does your mood shift at certain times of the day? And don't feel guilty about this one. If it's shifting, those are all just clues. If you're irritable in the afternoon, that's usually a blood sugar crash or a cortisol dip. If you're anxious in the morning, your cortisol might be spiking too high. And if you're snapping at everyone around you and don't know why, your nervous system is stuck in fight or flight. That was me. And no amount of willpower is going to fix that. You need nervous system regulation. And I promise you, it works. Your mood isn't a personality, it's a signal. Okay, number 4, energy. Energy tells you how your body is managing stress, sleep, and fuel. So here are the things to track. Do you wake up with energy, or do you need coffee to function? Do you crash in the afternoon, or do you get a second wind at night, say after 7 p.m. or so, and then you can't actually sleep at night? If you wake up exhausted, your sleep quality is off, or your cortisol rhythm is actually backwards. If you crash mid-afternoon, that's usually blood sugar. And if you wired at night, your cortisol is peaking when it actually should be dropping, which is why you can't sleep. Energy patterns show you where your body is compensating and where it's breaking down. And the final one, number 5, cravings. Cravings are not a lack of willpower. They're your body asking for something. So track, what are you craving? Sweet, salty, crunchy, creamy? When do your cravings hit? Do they go away after you eat, or do they come back an hour later? Why this matters is if you're craving sugar mid-afternoon, your blood sugar crashed. If you're craving salt, your adrenals might be fatigued. And if you're eating something and cravings come back about 30 minutes later, it's probably because you didn't give your body what it actually needed. And when you start reading them, you stop fighting your body and start working with it. So here's what I want you to do. For the next 3 days, track these 5 things. Don't change anything. Don't try to fix anything. Just notice. That's all I want you to do. Use a notes app, a journal, or just a piece of paper. Write down how you slept. When were you hungry, and when weren't you hungry? How was your mood shifted throughout the day? When your energy was high and when it tanked, and what and when did cravings hit? After 3 days, start looking at the different patterns, and I promise you, your body is going to start to make sense. Let me give you some real examples here. So I had a client and she came to me. She was gaining weight. She was craving sugar in the afternoons and snapping at her family. She thought she needed more willpower, like all of us do. But when she tracked her SHMEC for 3 days, here's what we saw. She was skipping breakfast because she wasn't hungry in the morning. And by 2 p.m., she was starving and, of course, craving sugar. Her energy would tank right after lunch. She was irritable and snappy at 4 p.m., and she'd wake up at 3 a.m. almost every night. She was on a blood sugar roller coaster, really. She wasn't eating enough protein in the morning, so her blood sugar crashed in the afternoon. That crash caused her cravings and the mood swings and the middle of the night waking. See how they're all interconnected? Her liver was working overtime, constantly trying to stabilize her sugar. So the fix was a protein-rich breakfast, a balanced lunch, and protein before coffee. All things she could do before 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Within a week, the cravings disappeared, her energy stabilized, and she stopped waking at 3 a.m. and she stopped snapping at her kids. Same woman, just different fuel. Had another client and she came to me exhausted, she couldn't sleep, and she was anxious all the time. She couldn't really see the anxiety, but I could see the anxiety in what she described. She was already eating clean, working out 5 days a week. She was a big doer, and she was doing all the right things. But when we tracked her SHMEC, she was waking up exhausted. Her energy would spike at 9 p.m., right when she wanted to wind down. She was wired but tired, and her mood was anxious in the morning, and then she'd be irritated by the afternoon. And her pattern was that her cortisol rhythm was backwards. She was spiking at night when it should have been low, and then it was also bottoming out in the morning when it needed to be high in order to get her out of bed and get going. So we didn't add more workouts. We did the exact opposite. We pulled some workouts back. We reduced the intensity of her exercise and added nervous system regulation in its place. Breath work, gentle movement, grounding practices, and within 2 weeks, her energy started to normalize. She could sleep again, and the anxiety lifted. Her body wasn't broken. Her nervous system was just stuck in survival mode, and no diet or workout was going to fix that. This is why tracking matters, because when you see the pattern, you stop guessing. You stop trying protocols that weren't designed for you, and you stop blaming yourself for failing at the things that were never going to work for you. And you start making changes based on your body and what your body is actually telling you. So here's my challenge to you. Track your SHMEC for the next 3 days. Don't change anything. Don't try to fix anything. Just notice. Sleep, hunger, moods, energy, cravings. And after 3 days, I want you to look for patterns. Ask yourself, when does my energy crash? And maybe it doesn't crash. When am I most hungry in the day? When do cravings hit? How does my mood shift throughout the day? And what's my sleep quality telling me? Your body is leaving you breadcrumbs. This is how you start following them. Now, if you want to go deeper and you want to understand your body's patterns, actually what they actually mean and what to do about them, I have a free quiz for you. It's called the Hidden Clues Quiz, and it's based in traditional Chinese medicine. It'll help you identify which element you resonate with most and what your body is actually asking for. Because here's the thing, a fire type and a water type might both have bad sleep, but they need completely different solutions. Fire types thrive with intense workouts and group energy, like me. I love that. Water types need gentler movement and one-on-one connection, almost like water. Think of how a fire blazes and how water cools it down and is like a river. When you understand your element, you stop doing what works for everyone else and you start doing what actually works for you. So the link to the quiz is in my show notes. And remember, your body isn't broken. It's not failing you. It's not just hormones or age. It's your body talking, and it's been trying to tell you what it needs all along. The question is, are you listening? Track your SHMEC for 3 days. Look for the patterns and let your body finally make sense. I'm Stephanie, and this has been the You Being You podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for listening to the You Being You podcast. If this one landed, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Ready to start decoding what your body is telling you? Take the Hidden Clues quiz. Link is in the show notes. And if you're ready to go deeper, the Flourish Academy is where this transformation happens. Until next time, keep trusting yourself and keep being you.